Tonight on The Real Hustle, Alex, Jess and Paul are back with their most audacious scams to date. We reveal how you can be taken for a ride when you buy a second-hand car.
All I need to do is hit you for some cash.
The hustlers make a career out of identity theft.
Oh my God! How do you know?
And coming to a high street near you, the cash machine which empties out your bank account.
I could have been cleaned out then. I could have been absolutely cleaned out.
This is The Real Hustle. We're going to uncover the secrets behind the most popular scams being carried out by con artists in Britain today. Our real hustlers are Alex, a confident trickster, Jess, a sexy swindler, and Paul, the scam artist. They've been travelling the UK to demonstrate to our hidden cameras exactly how the cons work. All the people in this show have been hustled for real, and after being given their money back, they agreed that the footage could be shown so that you can avoid being ripped off by the same scams.
When we sell a car, we always try to get the best price. But you're only allowed to sell a car once, right?
Buying a new motor can be a costly business. That's why getting one second-hand seems like the perfect money-saving solution. Except when you're buying it from the hustlers. This is the boomerang. Alex and Jess have got a sports car to sell. And after placing an advert in the local paper, they've arranged to meet some potential buyers.
Oh, that must be them, just there. Andy, nice to meet you. Hi. How are you?
Hi, I'm Sue. Nice to meet you. Hiya.
This is Sue.
Hi. Oh.
So do you want...
Alex is straight into batter.
We've only had the car for about a year, but it's such good fun to drive. Putting the hood down is very easy. You've got a CD changer in the back. You've got the alarm as well, and we love it. But I might be getting a company car, Cobra alarm.
While Alex schmoozes the mark, Jess gets chatty with the girlfriend.
Turn it over. But the moment you turn it off...
The rides in Florida. Girls have so much fun.
Because
I'm like that.
Alex runs through the security of the car. Handily, it's got extra features to protect it from car thieves.
can you see the light here?
Yeah, that's part of the alarm as well, is it?
Yeah,
These days, you can't be too careful.
take the keys out, touch the immobiliser, light goes off, start her up.
The sales patter works and the mark agrees to buy the car.
But, and this is the document stuff.
And Alex is ready with all the correct paperwork.
So you need to put your details in here. Okay, I think that's all I need. Now all I need to do is hit you for some cash.
£3 grand in hard cash. The mark thinks he's got a bargain.
I won't count it. I'll trust you that it's all there.
Shopping.
Cheers. Good to meet you.
Thank you very much. Enjoy
Cheers.
it. Bye.
See you again very soon.
Later that day, the mark arrives home in his new motor. Not wanting to take any risks, he's careful to make sure both the doors are properly locked. He can't wait to tell his housemates about his flash new car. But when he comes out to have another look 10 minutes later, it's gone. He goes to get witnesses. But they can't see it either. And just to check it hasn't become invisible, he stands in the space. Nope, still not there. There's no broken glass to indicate a break-in, and not only has he lost a car, he's down £3 grand in cash. The hustlers have been at work, but what have they been up to? What they didn't say on the advert was that the car has 2 sets of keys, and 1 set stays with the hustlers. With the addition of false number plates, Paul's ready to give the sports car a new untraceable identity.
Go ahead and fill your details there.
But how do the hustlers know where to steal it back from? When the mark filled in the vehicle registration certificate, it wasn't worth the paper it's written on.
I think that's all I need. Yeah.
Except to Alex, who now has the mark's address, which is where the car will be parked later, ready for Paul to collect. Armed with the spare set of keys, all he has to do is unlock, start it up, and take the car straight back. With forged number plates and fake documents, the car's completely untraceable. The hustlers are $3 up, and they've still got the car.
Literally parked the car outside here and went in the house for 5 minutes and then come out and then my car wasn't there. I have no idea what I'm going to do now. I've paid for it today. Paid about $3 for it.
When you're buying a car, you expect to get the keys, the documentation, and you expect to keep the car. The problem is, the process of buying a car involves you giving your actual details, where you live, to the person you buy from. And that's what the con artist here has taken advantage of. This is a very clever scam, though it is quite easy to protect yourself from.
If you're buying a car privately, always collect it from that person's house. Make sure you have all the seller's details, and if you're at all unsure about anything, don't go ahead with the sale. Would you walk up to a hustler in the street, give them your credit card details and PIN number without even realising it?
In the UK, there are around 100 withdrawals from cash points every second, and that high demand means that cash machines are springing up in shops, pubs, and on the street. We're all used to protecting our PIN number from prying eyes, but what if the whole machine is designed to hustle money from your bank account and into the pockets of con men? This is the cash machine con.
That's lovely.
Yeah? This is good, isn't it?
In the den, the boys assemble the fake cash machine.
I'm going to hook this up to the computer.
Yeah. We need to have the screen from here and also here.
Camera.
Camera, yeah.
That's perfect.
Making sure every last detail looks authentic.
You hit the space bar, enter your PIN. We get the PIN from the keyboard there. Please wait while I process your request. Just wait as long as you want.
Right, go. Let's go.
Once the paint's dry, the hustlers assemble the plywood cash point and place it in a spot with plenty of passing pedestrians. But each time they put their card in, it's rejected. The reason's simple. Normal cash machines are supposed to be full of money, but this one's designed to hide a hustler.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Thanks.
Watch fingers.
Inside the cramped box, Jess has the laptop which controls the display screen of the cash machine and a magnetic card reader able to copy bank card details. It's also equipped with a small camera to record PIN number entries. She doesn't have long to wait. It only takes a few minutes for an unsuspecting victim to approach the machine. As soon as he inserts his card, Jess springs into action. While she quickly processes the card in the laptop, Paul keeps watch outside just in case the mark realises the box is dodgy. Jess quickly posts the mark's card back out of the machine. Frustrated that the cash point's not working, he goes in search of another ATM, unaware that he's just been scammed. Even though the cash point only appeared in the street a few minutes ago, it takes just seconds for another mark to try to withdraw money. Again, Jess takes the card and changes the display to ask for a PIN number. Jess now has enough information to clone her card, clear out her bank account, and go on a shopping spree at the Mark's expense. Another unsatisfied customer. Ever the thoughtful accomplice, Paul makes sure Jess doesn't dehydrate in the cramped box.
Oh, thank you.
There's a lot more cards to clone before Jess can stretch her legs. She's got her work cut out just keeping up. In a very short time, this scam can earn the hustlers tens of thousands of pounds. After just 2 hours, the hustlers have collected the account information and PIN numbers of 25 unsuspecting cardholders.
It told me after I'd put my card in that it was unable to dispense cash.
It looks like a normal, it's got all the functions, the buttons. I even give it a kick because it had no money, it was solid. So I cannot see how anyone would know my PIN number.
Is it not a real cash machine?
What a sweet I look.
Oh, you could draw anything out of my bank.
I could have been cleaned out then. I could have been absolutely cleaned out. Oh dear.
While this cash machine never gives you any money, it does pay out a tidy sum to the scam artists. And before anyone rumbles them, all they have to do is pack it up and move it to a street corner near you.
You know, the cash machine that we put together was perfectly convincing. The colours matched similar machines elsewhere. You know, people just stopped, put their card in, and never even thought about it twice. They didn't look at the branding even. They just saw a machine that said it was going to give them cash. You know, the funny thing is, when people were walking up to us as we were setting up, they wanted to use the cash machine. And we were saying, sorry, mate, we'll be ready in about 10 minutes. They, oh, I'll come right back then. You know, even when they saw the camera crew, they saw us setting up, they saw us putting somebody inside the box.
And how comfortable was it, Jess?
Started to get slightly uncomfortable after a while.
More real hustles still to come. Jess and Paul make a career out of identity theft and ruin this woman's day.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
And Paul and Alex turn the odds in their favour at the casino. The real hustlers are going to show you how to win some free drinks off your mates by using proposition bets on some unsuspecting customers in this bar. The proposition bet suckers you in as it's a bet on an event or outcome that you believe can only go one way. And it always does go one way, the hustler's way. So watch and learn.
Let's try something. This is quite interesting. To Carrie. Yeah, you know these guys a little bit, so you all hang out and stuff. Now, don't feel bad about this, because I'm going to ask you to name who in this group you think has got the worst vocabulary. Don't be embarrassed. We're all friends. We're having a drink.
Darren.
Sorry. If I asked you, Carrie, how many words do you think you can name without the letter A in 2 minutes? I'll give you a few to start you with, like house, floor, honey.
I don't know.
More than 10?
Yeah, more than 10.
How many?
Possibly 20, 21. So
21 words. Okay, that's pretty good. How about without the letters A, B, and C?
maybe a bit less.
A bit less, so what,
Yeah.
about 10?
Yeah.
10, 15 in 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Well, I'm willing to place a bet with you. Now, you see, I think that Darren, who you nominated as having the worst vocabulary, could name you way over 15. In fact, I'm so confident, I reckon he can name over 90 words without the letters A, B, C, more even, J, K, and M. I'll give him the first 5 words. If he can do it, would you buy us all around a drink?
Well, yeah, sure, if you can do it.
If you can do it, yeah, we'll just shake. Okay? If you can't do it, I'll buy you guys all around drinks. All right?
Okay, deal.
Okay. You're feeling quite nervous, aren't you? Yeah. You have no idea. Okay, I'll start you off, and you carry on where I leave off. Right. You ready?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
from 1 to 99. Carry on. From 1 to 99. There are all the words there do not contain the letters A, B, C, J, K, M, and even P, Q, and Z. Good bet? Thank you for the drink. What is everyone having?
Information is the key to your identity, and hustlers will go to any lengths to get your details.
Paul and Jess are about to turn their hands to a new line of work as recruitment consultants. They've hired office space for the day and need to deck the place out to look the business. They've got the logo, they've got the office banter.
Give me a cup of tea then, there's a good girl.
Don't you dare call me a good girl, Paul.
It's a highly professional outfit, and it needs to be, because this is the recruitment scam.
TRH recruitment. Yeah, who's wanting to go first? Okay, hi, I'm there, I'm Susie. Sorry about your wait. Really, really busy today. Do you want to...
Jess is playing the friendly PA and takes a recruit through to her boss's office. The Mark believes that this is an established, reputable agency. Little does she know that it's their first day trading.
Rob, this is Gillian. Gillian, this is Rob. Do you want to take a seat?
Hello, how are you? Yeah?
Okay, I'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Okay. Sorry, it's been a very, very busy day today. Great, so Gillian, is this your CV?
It's
Right.
quite old, it's not been updated, so...
Okay. Okay, and what's the perfect job for you?
In fashion designing.
Okay. The first thing I'm going to have you do is to fill out our form, which tells us everything we need to know about you to create what we call a perfect profile. Okay. Hi there. Is there a computer for you just now?
There is, yes, there's only one.
And to create her perfect profile, all she has to do is fill in the special recruitment form.
Anywhere marked out in red, it's information that we have to get in order for it to be processed. If you've got any problems, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be coming back and forth, so just grab me if you have any problems at all.
It's pretty good. You've got national...
In fact, the only thing perfect about it is that it's designed to extract all the personal information the hustlers need.
Passport number allows us to get a driver's licence. We've got the town maiden name or previous surnames. That could be a password, supposedly. Or people use it for their banking. So anyway, next.
Back at the agency, the Mark starts to fill out the form, and another client is already in the process of inputting his personal details.
No, don't worry about that. What you do is if there's anything that you can't fill in, just put XXX. Back in about 5 minutes, okay?
To give them some privacy, Jess steps out of the room. But really, she's going to snoop on them from Paul's office.
She's a bit of a whiz on the computer, isn't she?
The hustlers have a feed from the applicant's computer and can see them inputting all their information. Now, they just watch and learn.
Passport number. Oh, she just gave us her salary.
It's not bad.
What's the current loan amount you can get if you get a mortgage 5 times?
That's all great background knowledge, but will the Mark willingly give away her bank details?
Oh.
Great. Now she's giving us the sort code, account number, bag name, branch name.
And for the final stage, the form asks for a PIN number to protect her job application. The hustlers are gambling on the fact she'll choose the same one as her bank card.
There it is. Number. Good to go.
With that done, Jess brings the Mark back into Paul's office to chat about her future prospects, which, thanks to the hustlers, are now looking increasingly grim.
Do you have your documents with you, Gillian? Take a copy of those.
Yes.
Passport and
there is actually
just your bank statements and things like that. Do you have?
With this information, the hustlers can now apply for mortgages, credit cards, duplicate passports and birth certificates, all in the job seeker's name.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, if you can copy those
no problem.
really quickly.
And she's not the only one. Next door, there's a steady stream of job hunters, all willing to divulge their personal details.
All right, thank you very much. Bye-bye.
See you out.
As Jess says goodbye, the Mark is now in need of a job more than ever.
That's okay. Anyway, it was lovely to meet you. We'll contact you and you've got all our details as well, haven't you?
This is identity theft on a grand scale. They've created a false company, spent a few £100 to rent some office space for the day, and in return raked in valuable information worth hundreds of thousands of pounds. Later that day, we caught up with our job seeker and revealed we knew all about her, starting with her name, address, and date of birth.
How do you know?
Her national insurance number.
How do you know?
Her previous employer and salary.
How do you know my details?
Where she banks.
How did you... Have you been following me?
Including her account number and sort code.
That's terrible.
And finally, her PIN number.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Yeah, oh my God.
The hustlers can now empty her bank account, apply for loans in her name, and use her identity for any number of crimes.
I mean, what can you say? Because you're just going for a job interview, you think that, you know, they're going to help you to get a job. So then, how do you stop that from happening?
Never enter your banking information into an email. Never pass information to someone who's just asking you for information. Always check the organisation that's asking is allowed to have that information. And never give information that links your financial institutions out to anyone other than those financial institutions themselves.
When you apply for a job, the last thing you expect is for them to be harvesting your information and using it for identity theft.
Also, don't forget, the marks in this situation are being put in a very difficult position. They want to appear helpful to the employment agency, so they're not going to start questioning bits of information that is asked of them.
Gambling is about big money and good luck, and it's one of the favourite targets for hustling. We set up a casino night and invited a bunch of real people to come along and play. Alex and Paul are here to put their hustling skills to the test, and we've got our cameras in position to try and catch them turning the odds in their favour by using gambling devices. Whatever our boys are doing seems to be working. In one evening, they managed to take the house for £1,600. They rake in the chips at the roulette table, and they beat the dealer time after time at blackjack. The technology seems to be giving them the upper hand, but how exactly?
This is one of the most advanced blackjack systems in the world. It has several components. The most important one is the entry system, because with this hidden underneath the clothes, I'm able to tell the computer everything that I see. Now, it may receive just values, but I can also put suits into here as well. Now, the way that we've played it here is something called the big player scam. A bunch of players are sitting at every single blackjack table in the casino, and every one of them has one of these hidden under their clothes. This is strapped to the small of the back, this is underneath the clothing, and they're coding using binary everything that they see. So one click here is for an ace, so it's ace, that's 2. That's ace and 2, that makes 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. It's complicated, but you get used to it, and after a few months, you're very fast with the system. So this player's sitting there, not doing anything unusual, playing straight blackjack, but secretly he's recording everything that he sees at the table, and the computer is waiting for an advantage. And when it spots one, it gives me a signal. I then give a signal to the big player who's walking around the casino with a bunch of money.
I just have this in my ear, this little earpiece, which communicates via Bluetooth, and I wait for the signal from Paul, which in this case was Paul rubbing his collar. What that does is it calls me over to the table. Now, the moment I get within range, I get the computer talking to me, and it tells me what the count of the shoe is. So if it's a very high count, I need to know how much money to put down, because I will vary my bets depending on how favourable the shoe is to us.
Now, the system is advanced enough. It doesn't just tell Alex that it's a high count. It'll actually tell him exactly how to play. So if it's memorizing every single card that goes into the discard tray and then maps the shuffle so it knows where those cards are distributed, it can actually say, play box 3 and 4, maximum, one of them's going to get an ace. And it's stunning how accurate this can be. In fact, when I've been doing this, it's been very hard not to giggle. when you see aces hit those hands, exactly what a computer tells you.
12 will split the aces.
I guess I'm going to have to split the aces.
So technology can help crack blackjack, but it can also help a hustler beat a game that should be unpredictable.
How do you beat the game of roulette? It's pretty simple. All you do is you have to calculate the speed of the ball against the speed of the wheel, using a fixed point on the tub, the roulette tub, and a fixed point on the wheel. You then have to put the calculations together, make a prediction, and then make as many bets as you can around that prediction. Sounds pretty complicated, and that's because it is. There's two people involved. Probably the most important one is the one who spots the wheel.
So that would be me in this case. What I'm doing is I'm wearing this on my person, and I have on the end of this wire, I've got a little button. Now, this would usually be sewn into my suit, right about here at the cuff, so I can reach it very easily. So my job is to stand quite close to the wheel. I don't have to play at the table, bearing in mind that Paul and myself appear as strangers at the roulette table. So I'm looking at the wheel and I'm timing the speed of the wheel as it goes round from a fixed point. Once the computer is satisfied that it's got the speed of the wheel and the speed of the ball, it gives us a calculation as to where it thinks the ball might drop. Now that information comes to me via Bluetooth earpiece that I'm wearing, and it also, more importantly, goes to Paul, because Paul's also got one of these PDAs in his jacket, and he's also got an earpiece in his ear. So he gets the number as well. And within 4 seconds, he's got to lay a lot of bets down. So that's actually quite tricky.
You have to remember that each one of the numbers on the wheel, they're not consecutive, so you don't get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The numbers are actually laid out so that in order to get the number 25, in our case, I had to lay out 9 numbers that were all over the table before the dealer calls no more bets.
No more bets.
So, by measuring the speed of the ball against the speed of the wheel, the computer predicts a number the ball will land on.
25.
But as well as betting on that number, to allow for a margin of error, the hustler spread bets on the 4 numbers either side of that on the roulette wheel, but he has to be quick.
It's really not easy to do, and it takes years of practice and real experts to make a system like this work without getting caught by the casino.
No more bets.
If you would go to somewhere like Las Vegas, they do have a law that says you may not use a device to aid in your decision making, and that law will put you in jail if you carry any of these devices into the state. However, here there is no specific law, so it's a cloudy issue. But the truth is, if you get caught with any of this in a casino, you will have an argument on your hands.
If you don't want to be scammed, don't take strangers at face value.
Hiya.
And remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. For more information on the making of The Real Hustle, visit the BBC Three website.
We are scaring people with technology again, as Honey We're Killing the Kids is on the way next, and then later EastEnders, and at 10:30 it's the grown-ups.